on, y'all? It's your girl, NeffyRaps. It's the Vibe Session right here at Major Zone Radio. You know the vibes, baby. You know how we doing it. We are bringing y'all some of the dopest, hottest, independent artists out here doing it on their own, getting it out the mud. You already know the vibes. And listen, y'all, we got another super dope guest on the show today. Lights On Juss. What's going on?
How you doing? I'm feeling good.
Feeling good.
Yeah, that's good. Feeling great.
Okay, awesome, dope. So for everybody that's tuned in, let us know what city you repping today.
I'm from the Bronx, New York. Born and raised. Born in Bronx, stepping on hospital. Definitely just Bronx bred, Bronx born. Everything I do is I feel like anybody can tell I'm from the Bronx. The way I move, the way I talk, everything.
BX, what it do? I love y'all. I always got big love. When I lived on the East, I'm from the East Coast, Northeast. But when I lived there, I swear I was in New York all the time. I think New York has some of the coolest people. And of course the accents are crazy. So shout out to the Bronx. Love it. Big energy. I'm trying to remember. It was a open mic that I used to go to when I was coming up. Was it in the Bronx? I want to say it may have been Brooklyn. Don't get me wrong, but have you ever heard of End of the Week or EO Dub? They called it or something. It's probably not even going on no more. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I used to be around there. I used to hang out on Jamaica Ave, come through. Where's Jamaica Ave at?
That's Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. See, I be getting them confused. That's why I need your help.
It might be a Jamaica Ave in Brooklyn, no. But Queens got Jamaica. Maybe that's it, though.
Okay. All right, listen. Next time I come, I'm going to get it together. I love y'all, New York. Don't hold it against me. I tried. The Bronx, Brooklyn, I'm working it out. Okay, cool. So we're in the swing of 2021. It's Black History Month. I'm going to shout that out on all the interviews. Shout out to us, okay? But in the midst of all of that, we're all living in this COVID era. So how has life changed for you or been different for you through COVID?
Oh, it's definitely the not performing part. I would say not being able to see big crowds and not being able to interact with people as much as I usually and I would like to. But it definitely changed everything. Work situations, everything is different. But I feel like things like this, these interviews, even though we had a bad situation, big situations are coming about. So I would say it's kind of a negative effect, but it's a positive effect. Mm-hmm. When I want to think of it negative, something positive like this happened. So I don't want to say it's treating me too bad, but I'm rolling with the punches. I would say.
Yeah. Adjusting, right? Just adjusting as things change. And I love that energy and that mindset because it's a lot of people that take the other road. Like, oh, this is going on, that's going on. And to be honest, a lot of people are going through things and we understand that too. But the mindset behind it is really what makes all the difference. I struggle sometimes, but being positive is a big thing. So shout out to you for that. Okay.
It's always a practice.
I'm telling you, right? So how long you been doing music?
After that, 15. Then I started getting serious at 17. But I started, how long I've been doing it? I would say 10 years. I'm 25 now, so 10 years now. I feel like I'm now getting the hang of things now. Even though I've been doing it for so long, I feel like now is the time where things get set in stone.
Okay, I like that. So who would you say is some of your favorite artists or artists that have influenced you personally?
I try not to be biased. I had some guy asked me who influenced me. I told him it was a Philly artist that really got me to like rap. And he was from New York. He was like, maybe you shouldn't say that out loud. I was like, nah. I feel like I adapted towards Philly artists like Freeway and Meek Mill just because they had the passion. Mm-hmm. You feel me? They rap different. Like Pete Crack, he was just too different with how he raps. So I kind of adapted towards going against the grain and not so smooth and suave like how most New Yorkers would take a rap aspect of it. But I would say Philly got me into it. But actually, me picking up a microphone, I watched my brother rap first, and then I met a few guys that rapped, and they kind of put me in that box.
Okay, it's funny that you say that because I was going to ask you if it was Freeway.
I would say Freeway, but Petey Crack first.
Petey Crack first, okay. Definitely, when it comes to rap, I mean, giants in the game, when it comes to the passion, the lyricism. And that's one thing I personally like about the Philly rap scene. It's that conviction. Like, if a Philly rapper say it over the record, they going to say it like they absolutely mean what they say. You feel me? And Freeway is a vibe. I actually met him a few years ago around the time his I think he did a documentary or something about the illnesses that he was battling. So shout out to Freeway, man. Still keeping things going. I like that. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna ask you a question. If you had to learn some game from a CEO in the industry, or I'm gonna give you a couple too. If you had to learn some game from a CEO, pick one. Who would you choose out of this list I'm about to give you?
Okay.
Hove, Master P, Diddy, or Dre? You only pick one to learn some game from.
I feel like I would say Hove, even though I feel like that's the easy answer. I wouldn't ask him the question that people think I would ask him.
Okay. Well, what would you ask him? Now I want to know what you would ask him.
I would want to ask him, like, I know he put a lot of rappers on, but, like, let's talk about the Philly rappers before. He had a whole group, I feel like he was setting the scene for a new way of rapping. Or not a new way of rapping, but, hey, this is the next generation, passing the torch off. I would want to ask him, like, why did he kind of separate from that big brother role of all those rappers? Why is he not still like in tune and entwined with that? Because that's what I'm trying to work on now, and I want to see what went wrong with that. Like, what made you kind of go your own direction? Because I'm the opposite. I want to be with all my rapper friends and to the end, but I see him as like, oh, maybe that don't work.
Yeah. And when you say that, I think you might have seen it, the video that always goes around. It's like Hove, he's standing with all these niggas like Dame, Memphis Bleak, and he's looking like, why am I here? Like, what is really going on?
I'm about to leave these niggas in 2.5.
I'm telling you. So that's a great question. I want to know the answer to that too, Hove. Maybe we'll get that answer one day. But all those other guys too have definitely done some dope things in the industry, but I mean, Hove is kind of on that level that's like kind of untouchable, I feel. So it definitely would be interesting to have some of those conversations with him. And on top of that, he doesn't do a lot of press, which is interesting, right? But when he does, he drops some gems. So shout out to Hove. Okay, cool. So it's so much crazy stuff going on in the news, right? But one of the craziest things I heard as of late from like Elon Musk and all them tech guys is that niggas gonna be able to go to space soon, okay? You going to space, you taking that ride, or you like, I'm cool on that?
I'm cool on that. I gotta deal with what's over there first. I don't even want to know what's over there, honestly. It's too much going on right now. This shit, it feel like space going on right now. It feel like I'm good.
You good?
I'm good right now.
You don't wanna go up there and hit a J like one time?
I'm gonna go free. Y'all never gonna see me again if I go up there.
It's all good.
Alright.
It's all good. I ain't mad at it. Okay, so let's bring it back to the music. You're in New York, which is really making a lot of noise now. Again, when it comes to music. Y'all have had a lot of dope artists making noise from there. I mean, rest in peace to Pop Smoke. He was going crazy. Who do you think is going to be the next big artist to come out of the state of New York?
The next big artist that's close right now. In Brooklyn, I feel like Chef G and Sleepy Hollow, they're like the next up and coming. Brooklyn drill period, I feel like it's taking that wave and that responsibility for New York. But I would give it to the artists in Brooklyn right now. I feel like the spotlight is on them to take it to wherever it needs to be. Um, Sleepy Hollow, Two Two G's. I would give it to Brooklyn honestly in that aspect of who's gonna be on top next.
Okay. All right. Big energy. If you could collab with anybody, get on the phone, call up your dream collaboration. I know you rocking with the guys from Philly, but who's somebody else you want to get on that record with?
I would get on record with J. Cole.
Okay. Shout out to Cole. I hear some new Cole music coming too. Is that right?
It needs to be. He's been taking too much of a hiatus. I know they gotta do that, but I don't like when they do that.
Okay. All right. All right, Cole, we ready. I think he is coming out with an album, so we ready. Drop that, please and thank you.
I know he's dropping a lot of sneakers and shoes and clothes, but you gotta get hit us with some music though, for real.
Speaking of shoes and clothes, I understand that you have a brand, a clothing line, merch line. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's not my brand, but my close friend.
Mm-hmm.
I push his brand is like it's mine. So this is his brand. It's called Contagious. And it's ironic we're going through a pandemic, but we won't talk about that. But it's kind of yeah. I wouldn't even classify it as something that I've seen before. His designs are very very different. He'll implicate a lot of different things that he's seen into one. Um, you could find him on. I'm not sure if it's Instagram right now, but he's definitely on Instagram. His clothes are being sold personally, so you have to go to his Instagram. His link will be in my bio, basically.
Okay.
But as far as his clothing line, this is the only thing I really wear. And my brother, he has one called Rita. It's reinvent to inspire. So that's something that I also wear. I'll focus everything that I have on around my friends because they always have like a clothing line or something they're trying to distribute. So if I'm putting something on that I'm showing off, it's my friend probably me.
Okay. Look at Lights On Juss supporting the friends, supporting the black brands. You make me feel like I'm slipping. I need to go find a black brand to buy from. That's big energy. And the shirt is cute. I mean, it's very, unique and eclectic. I see some tittying on the shirt.
It makes you want to look at it. It makes you want to...
Big energy. I take one. I even take one with the titties on it. Tell your friend to holler at me, okay? I rock it. Big energy. Okay, I ain't mad at that. So I want to get into the single. We're going to be showing it love up here at Major Zone Radio. You already know the vibes. So the song, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, is called Two Gangsta. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So tell us how Two Gangsta came about.
I think it was just one of those nights to where you just find a beat and everything just kind of comes natural. You don't have to think too hard. Everything just flows out. Where you're not thinking of the next bar is right there. But my direction with the song, I wanted to kind of give a shout out to the people in my life that I felt like were the gangsters because gangster has a type of bad light on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I've met people in my life that I were living a gangster lifestyle, but they taught me a lot of things of taking care of the people that they're around and sacrificing and doing things that even though somebody wouldn't agree with, it has to be done kind of. So with that song, I was just kind of giving shout outs to people that I know in that lifestyle, living that type of life, and kind of giving a shout out to myself because as a man, there's certain things that it's easy for you to do, but it's not right for you to do, and to make the sacrifice to say, you know what, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to take the high road, I feel like that's gangster. To take this job instead of this job because you want to keep moral value, I feel like that's gangster. Or staying with one person and not being with a whole bunch of people, I feel like, all right, he gangster for that because I wouldn't be able to do it kind of, It's just certain type of things a man has to do that I look at as gangster that other people wouldn't look at as like, for me, they'll think you gotta shoot somebody, but nah, You know, the gangsters in my life, they weren't shoot 'em up, bang bang people. They were people that who cared and loved everybody around them. You know, but they just had to make the hard decisions. So I wanted to shed light on that with that song. I was talking about people like my brother who made the clothing line Reader Reinvent to Aspire, um, and a friend of mine who lived in the hood, but even though he's still hood oriented, he still had to leave and have a house and have his family, and you know he didn't leave us. He still comes back, but he's just giving people like us who still in the hood, yo, you can still have this and have that. It's different ways to be gangster, you know. You got to take care of what you got to take care of. You got to do that. You know, you got to make that sacrifice. And another person that I know that's incarcerated right now, the two people that's incarcerated right now that have a lot of years on their time right now. So the things that they've done and I've seen them do, I wanted to. I know the society already paints them as the bad guys, so I wanted to show them the like I said, it's always a bright side of what's going on in your life. So I wanted to let them know that look, it's a bright side. So whatever you're going through, you know, even though if you had to make those decisions, it's always a bright side. You took your time like a man, and that was gangster. You couldn't take an easy way out like some people did, but that was gangster what you did, you know. So that's what that song kind of won here, you know.
Big energy, big vibes. Listen, Lights On Juss, I gotta give you some points on that because that's fly. I like how you flipped it and redefined it. And you absolutely right. It's some major gems, major keys he just dropped in what he just said, because a lot of guys don't understand that it takes a lot more courage to do a lot of the things that you said than to go the other way. And none of us are perfect. We all have our stuff. I got stuff. We all got stuff. But at the end of the day, like you said, like certain things like being stand up, being solid, taking care of what you got to take care of is gangster, period. I don't care what they say. I like that. Okay, big energy. I like that energy. So, all right. So I want to get into the squad, because I see the squad on the wall back there, the NTM group. Tell us a little bit about squad.
When I started rapping at 15, I met a guy named Ty from high school, and he introduced me to another person named Lilo. They were the first rappers. I didn't rap yet. My brother was a rapper, but he didn't motivate me enough to actually rap. They motivated me enough to pick up a pen. Years later down the line, me and more people, we kind of just grouped up together and kind of made a collective. With the first three, we kind of thought of I would be more than music because it just means more than us. It means more than what we think and more than what they think. It's just a way of life. It's of how we carry ourselves and what we believe in. We have like a certain type of a saying. You can't stop making music. If music is in you, you'll just make music forever. You know, that's the kind of the point around it. And music being ours is ours. And the goal, I would say, for more than music and all of us being in it, would be to make sure rap music and any other genre that we touch as a group stays with us. You know, so I linked up with artists like King She, Nix Tucker, Fred Porter, and we spoke on many different occasions, and I realized we have the same mission. You know, it doesn't have to be a career, but it's something that we do and we love, and nobody should be able to. I wouldn't say rate us. They could rate us or whatever, but it's a type of situation that we put ourselves in that nobody could take from us. You know, the history of rap music period. We had it once, and I feel like the industry has rap music now. You know, so in my idea, in my evil little plan, not evil plan, I would say, but I wanted to take rap music back. And we all kind of spoke on it and sat in different type of tables and spoke on how we would have a mission to bring rap music back to New York. Not saying we want to keep it for ourselves, but not let the masses have that power over rap music, because you know we started at the end of the day. It belongs to me at the end of the day. So I feel like that's what It's just how are we gonna deliver this product? Because we could do it the industry way. You know, we could make a dance, or we could create content that's not really for the people and kind of toxic and kind of get on, or we can do it a different way. You know, so that's where we're going with it right now. But More Than Music is definitely a bunch of people with one goal, and that's just to make the best music possible. And if we take over the world by doing it, then so be it.
Okay, respect. I respect it. Big energy. And on top of being an artist, I can tell you're also business savvy, right? It's not all about just the music. So that's, you on the right path with that. I mean, especially with the industry going more in the direction of independent artists owning their masters, owning their business, having that business sense is really dope. So shout out to you for that. Absolutely. Okay. All right. So we're going to play the record for y'all. Y'all know how we doing it, man. That Too Gangsta by Lights On Juss. Please make sure y'all download the record, stream it, tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. You know the vibes. I want to thank you, Lights On Juss, for being such a dope guest today on the Vibe Session. Of course, you're a friend of the show now. So if you ever in Dallas, hit us up. You know, we love for you to pull up. And also, I'm going to be in New York soon. It's too cold right now. Y'all got blizzards. It's a lot. I'm from the East. I know the vibe. However, once it gets warm, I'm coming. That's a bet. So before we get out of here, Lights On Juss, go ahead and plug your social media, your YouTube. Also, just remind us where we can find the merch.
Merch is going to be on @MoreThanMusic. 3 _ @More Than Music on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram at lights.onjuss. That's just with 2 S's. Lights.onjuss. 3 CEOs is Lilo, me, and Ty. Just visit our Instagram and you'll find everything you need on our Instagram. This is my single, Too Gangsta. I hope y'all like it. I hope y'all enjoy it.
Love it. Big energy. More Than Music. That's how we doing it, baby. Lights On Juss. Make sure y'all follow this dope artist. Tap in with him. Download the music. You know how we doing it, baby. It's your girl, NeffyRaps. It's the Vibe Session right here. Major Zone Radio, y'all. We got to get out of here, but it's all good. Until next time, we out.